to happen. Brownlee on your left, Stars and Stripes on your right. Let's get it underway in Chicago once again. Tim Don will have told his female athletes that, and especially the two super swimmers that they've got in that team, that they are in the right position as they were in the first one. So he's got it right, and you can see the Brownlee athletes are up the front of this one in the early going in the swim, as is Zuzana Michalichkova in the middle there in the podium racing black cap.
I'm interested to try and understand what has happened to Brownlee Racing, though, because they have strong swimmers, but they seem to be struggling here a little bit. And I think sometimes when you're really young and inexperienced, you can get carried away a bit with the occasion and the nerves take over. And I think that's what might have happened for the likes of AT.
Zalai's going to take the swim points.
Yeah.
She is going to take the swim points. She's going to get out first. Fanny Zalai, the youngest in the field, takes the maximum swim points, and she could take the short shoot for Brownlee Racing as well. Emma Jeffcoat comes out of the water there. And then Legault, there is Georgia Taylor-Brown, there is Gina Serino, and then Magnani, who came in only on Wednesday, and the other two Brownlee athletes as well in Hayes and Goodison. And she will take it out, will she? That's close, and yes, I think Fanny Zalai got it over Michalichkova, just, although it says the other way around. So we're going to find out when the short shoot sign goes up from Michael Thompson who got that one, and then we'll put it up on the graphic. But it looked to the naked eye like Fanny Zalai got it just, but the 22-year-old Michalichkova really pushed her there. So we're going to find out in just a second, and we include the transition in each of these because transition is such an important part. And a beautiful run off the bike. Racking is Lahair, and they all go together. Who's going to get across first, and who's going to pick up the short shoot? Taylor-Brown takes the extra time to put hers in. Rear wheel first, and it's Lahair out. She picks it up a podium. Garcia comes out, Tapia, Zalai as well, Tomei, Taylor-Brown, and Magnani last of all. Kropko was in there too in 5th position. So podium racing pick up a short shoot. You can only give the short shoot to one person in your team, but you can deny the other teams from getting another one, and that's what podium racing has done now through Jean Lahair, who dives into the water, and you can see just how much the wind has picked up and the chop has picked up when you get that shot as they dive in. And the conditions have gotten a little more difficult since the men, but we'll see if the swim kind of bunches up like it did last time. Zalai doesn't look like a kid anymore. She doesn't look like a kid at all.
She certainly doesn't.
She looks like she has grown in leaps and bounds in terms of her strength and endurance over the last 12 months since we've seen her. Reitner has a good transition. First, 1.6 kilometres. Need to get the positioning is so important. And it's Casillas Garcia who's had a great transition and stolen a little march on the rest.
She's looking absolutely brilliant today. And it's difficult because she's been out of racing really for a little while, not just in Supertri, but in other races as well. I haven't seen a lot of her at all, if anything, over the last year or so. Kropko there, racing really well, hanging on in there. Didn't lose a lot of time, even though she was riding on her own on that bike leg. 21 seconds down and in 7th place.
Yeah, Kropko lost a fair bit of time on that bike, and the others have lost 7 or 8 seconds as well. That chasing pack with the Portuguese Tomei, Michalichkova and Serino. We'll see what the other gaps are for Cook, as well as in a bit of danger. Of course, 90 seconds is the maximum amount you can fall behind. And we'll go back down to Michael Gilliam, who is, she's top dog in the race at the moment.
Michael maybe looking a little bit happier now. You've got to be a mathematician out here at the moment. I tell you what, I could use Einstein just in my back pocket. But look, it is what it is. I've now got 2 tailing off the back. I've got 2 up the front. I've got to break that podium stranglehold on the points. So maybe we could produce, I don't know yet. Thanks, Michael.
She nailed that perfectly, didn't she, getting the goggles on? I really don't know how they do it. And let's not forget, they're running at a sort of around about 320 kilometre pace, sometimes even a bit quicker. And to, I think, deliver that, get the hat on, get the goggles on without mistakes is absolutely brilliant. Once again, Jean Lahair is in the water first.
We are into the last swim, bike and run, and the gaps are nice and big now, a group of 5 at the front. We've got Jean Lahair, who races for Luxembourg, also used to race for France. Georgia Taylor-Brown of the UK. Rosa Tapia Fanny Zalai and Miriam Casillas.
She nailed that perfectly, didn't she, getting the goggles on? I really don't know how they do it. And let's not forget they're running at a sort of around about 320 kilometre pace, sometimes even a bit quicker. And to, I think, deliver that, get the hat on, get the goggles on without mistakes is absolutely brilliant. Once again, Jon Leher is in the water first.
We are into the last swim, bike and run, and the gaps are nice and big now, a group of 5 at the front. We've got Jon Leher, who races for Luxembourg, also used to race for France. Georgia Taylor-Brown of the UK, Rosa Tapia, Fanny Zalai and Miriam Casillas. Leher, Taylor-Brown, Zalai. That was actually the podium that you predicted this morning. I don't want to put the mockers on it for you or them, but you wrote it down and now you're pointing at it and you're like, yep, that's exactly right. So all important, and off the bike they go. This time the Crown athletes managed to get through unscathed, unlike Morgan Pearson last time around. And the bikes all go in first. I'm not sure Tapia took the time to put hers in rear wheel first. Was no reason for that anymore. And now it's about the run. Casillas, and that's a pretty tardy for Taylor-Brown and also Zalai. So they're going to be up against it. And Leher not so much, and she's the one with the short shoot. Taylor-Brown really lost time there.
And so did Fanny Zalai. It's just, you know, transition here is such a vital part, particularly of Supertri racing, because a few seconds lost when they've only got a mile to run, 1,600 metres, very hard to pull back
it really
that
is.
kind of deficit. Let's have a look what Fanny Zalai's got left in the tank. But Jon Leher, she's done this every time. She really has stamped her mark straight out of transition in the 3 rounds that we've seen. But great to see Georgia Taylor-Brown back up there. What's Rossa got left in the tack? For me, I thought she was going to be one of the quickest runners on this course, particularly in the heat.
Well, and after a win with Gonzalez Garcia and a 3rd place with John Reed, Podium Racing is going to go back-to-back and take a double win like Brownlee Racing did in Toronto. And again, Crown might take 2nd position as they did with Tyler Mislachuk, but not if Fanny Zalai can overtake Georgia Taylor-Brown in a straight-out sprint for the finish.
Is she going to be that bold, though? The Olympic medalist with the 17-year-old on her shoulder. What's she got left in her legs? I think it's Georgia Taylor-Brown who's pulling away for silver now, though.
Jon Leher, she's going to make the turn. She has dominated in this one by virtue of her run leg. Taylor-Brown looks like she might hold off Zalai, but a 3rd win in Supertri for Jon Leher from Podium Racing. And Podium go back-to-back. She's got time for the high fives as she lifts the yellow tape. She's done it. Taylor-Brown holds on, and Fanny Zalai takes a podium for Brownlee Racing. Her first in the sport. One of the biggest moments. You can see what it means to a Rosa Tapia in her 2nd race. Takes 4th, and Miriam Casillas waves to the crowd with one of her best results as well. 2 in the top 5 for Crown Racing. Speaking of the results, here it is. 3 seconds in the end to Taylor-Brown. Zalai was just 1 second back from the Olympic gold medalist. Rosa Tapia manages to hold off Miriam Casillas for 4th. That is her best result. Gina Serino, Desiree Reidner and Zuzana Michalitskova picked up big points for Podium Racing, and that is going to really help them out. Then it was Stars and Stripes with Tomei and Kropko. Emmy Legault was the first or the last eliminated, or the fastest who was eliminated. Michelle Magnani did incredibly well as well with 12 points. And here, as it stands, is the overall standings at the halfway point of the season. Jon Leher is on top after that win, then Taylor-Brown, Rosa Tapia, and then Jolyon Vermeulen, who wasn't here but took the win in Toronto, and Perio 2nd. Zalai moves up a long way into 6th position overall. Now it is